She will play it because she's a crazy reviewer, gamer. Hopefully this song is shorter for you guys because she thinks the last one was too long, but she still is a crazy cat lady, you gamer. Hopefully this is the last one because like before, I don't like singing these songs.
CrazyCatLady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational and entertainment purposes.
I got a tell you lies, a tale or two about the boys and I love and the girls I love. These things I bruise up, and the tale is still true. I swear by my tattoo. So you guys are wondering, why the heck is Martha singing a weird song that was before a lot of you guys are probably born, and before I was born too? Well, the guy who sung it, Kirk Douglas, passed away, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. So today we're doing a review of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which is where that song came from. And he played Ned Land, which is a character who was a sailor and who knew how to use a harpoon as he went around killing a lot of sea animals. So do not want, for people who don't know what 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is, it's about a professor, an apprentice, and a sailor who are on the. They don't say the name of the ship and the ship they're on before they get down to the Nautilus, but that one's called the Abraham Lincoln. That's why, if you noticed, in the background before they get knocked off the ship, you see Abraham Lincoln's face because the ship's named after him. But I can't understand why they didn't show that, didn't say that in the movie. This probably didn't have enough time to say, oh, by the way, this ship's called Abraham Lincoln. So yeah, and right before he get knocked off, he does play that song, and that part is like one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite parts. And so, they're looking for a monster, because there's a monster going around destroying ships, and all three, two things knocked off the ship: the professor and Ned Land. His apprentice always jumps down to go and save him because he's very loyal to his master. So yeah, and the ship leaves all three of them, and this is when the Nautilus comes and takes all three of them below, and they think that's where they thought the monster was. And they meet the captain of the Nautilus. Now the Nautilus is a submarine, and they would back then, since this movie takes place during the 1800s. A submarine would look like a monster to them because only ships that you had was the ones that can go above land. They didn't. I don't think they really had regular. I know they had submarines back then. So yeah, and so they went. So he said, since you guys attacked my ship, you guys are my prisoners. And Ned Land tries his chance to escape every chance he gets, even when they're going down below, going to get food, because he heard that that all the food that they're eating, it sounds really disgusting. So they're like inside of other animals, and I don't blame him for spitting out, because they sound like parts of animals that you don't want to eat. So yeah, Cat's Nemo's weird, which, if you guys know Finding Nemo, That's the one that they named that fish after. So, yeah. And Neo, so he tries to get some treasure with the apprentice, and Captain Nemo says no after they came back up from their little boat excursion down below, the little sea walk. And this is when they get, we see like a little, we see a little, seal, and the seal's name is Esmeralda, and him really, Ned and the seal come close friends because they always like sing together. He, "Arr, arr, arr, arr," and she kisses him. So yeah, and they end up like going ashore to like see where Captain Nemo came from. He used to be a slave, so he escaped with a bunch of the other crew, and that's why he doesn't like the outside world. So yeah, and I guess that's why he attacks other ships, but that's because the person who around you, monster, doesn't make you need you right to be a monster yourself. So yeah, and they go back, and the professor kind of doesn't like the fact they keeps on seeing Nemo destroying a bunch of ships, but he doesn't want to try to escape or cause trouble with him, unlike Ned. So like when they like get ashore to look around a island that has cannibals, he doesn't believe him. Ned doesn't believe them, and he ends up almost getting eaten. So he comes back, and the natives like Nemo shocks them, and after they hit another boat. After they get stuck off a reef too, the boat's going down, and they're going down. They went below than they ever did before, and this is when we see a giant squid. Now, they would not have known that these things exist back then, so like in 1800s. So you would think that's a monster too, but so that monster does exist. Because they have found some of those and watched up on land a couple times, but they're really down deep in the ocean. So yeah, so it's hard. So it's really hard to find them. It's not a place where humans should be swimming. So deep it is. So yeah, and how they made this one back then with Walt Disney, because they use a puppet in this movie, and Nemo's crew and him fight off the ship while Ned is held prisoner for trying to escape again, and the apprentice and the professor are locked in their rooms too. But Ned breaks out, and goes and saves every single one of them, including throwing a great harpoon at the squid and saving Nemo, and he regrets saving him right away. So yeah, he's just a good guy, even though he doesn't like Nemo. He would save a guy anyway. So yeah. And after this, Nemo wants to blow up an island that he used to live on, but before this, Ned was like throwing a bunch of coordinates to a bunch of places around all the places so they can escape and go home. And it was supposed to be warships that did it. And they were all shooting at them. And Nemo gets shot. And he says, "We're all gonna die. So if I'm gonna die, you guys are gonna die. You're just gonna die." So yeah. And Ned's like saying, I'm not gonna die. No. You cannot make me die. So, and he escapes and takes the professor and the apprentice and the seal with him. He has to knock out the professor, so the professor was going back, and the boat was going down, and he was going to get his journal. So yeah. So, and they escape from the ship. Nemo dies from his wounds, and also some Nautilus explodes. So, I like this movie. I like how the puppet looks. It still looks like an actual squid. So yeah. So, I mean, I don't really find this movie dated at all. And this movie came out a long time ago. So yeah, I think it's a good movie. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. We're gonna miss Kirk Douglas. You know how old he lived to, people? Well, I'll tell you. He lived to be 103. That is pretty long. So yeah, that's a good age to live to. So yeah, so he's got a will to tell you lads. Well, he's got a will to tell too about the girl I love. And once about your tail, it's so true. I swear on my tail tea. Why, so are you showing your tail? I don't have a tattoo. Oh, okay. So, bye bye guys. We'll miss Kirk Douglas. And here's his son and grandson, I think. We got Michael Douglas here. We also got the guy from the Mighty Ducks, and I think that's either his son or his grandson. So yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.